My name is Mandisha Thomas, and I want to thank you for coming out on this joyous day in this beautiful new city of South Fulton and coming to this event to Be With Mike 2018. If you can go live right now, hashtag Be With Mike 2018. This beautiful event that he's going to launch his campaign at, and we are happy that you are here and appreciate all your support. I want to take your attention now to this TV screen, and we have a special message from our guest.
When I was asked to do this introduction, I was reluctant. Not because of the person that I was being asked to introduce, but because I personally have a fear of public speaking. The person that I get the great pleasure to introduce has a way of making you step outside of your comfort zone and be a part of something amazing, because he always sees potential in you, even when you may not see it in yourself. So since I'm being forced to be great in this moment, let me jump right into my introduction. Today I have the great honor of introducing a wonderful man to you, Michael Glanton Jr. Mike was born in Rome, Georgia on June 1st, 1979 to Mike Glanton Sr. and Laquita Graham. As a young black man in Rome, Mike was faced with many obstacles. One obstacle he struggled with was education. But with the love and support of his family and the tenacity not to become a statistic, he pushed himself to obtain an education. In 2005, Mike began assisting his father, the Honorable Mike Glanton Sr., with his campaign. He hit the pavement, knocking on doors, holding up signs, doing whatever he can do to help his dad become Georgia State Representative of Clayton County. After his father was elected, he continued to work closely with him as his legislative aide. Having this opportunity tweaks Mike's interest in politics. At that very moment, he knew that there was no other avenue for him. He wanted to be a part of the political arena, but not for the title, nor the recognition, but because he wanted to be an advocate for his community. He wanted to give a voice to the voiceless, understanding to the people that are not understood, support to the people that go unsupported, and a foundation to the people that never had one. Why? Because he has felt voiceless. He wanted to run for a political office. He spent time personally developing and preparing himself so that he could achieve his goal of no longer being a person in the background, but a man on the front lines helping make decisions that will make a difference in his community that he resides in. In the beginning, I told you that I was reluctant to give the speech, and not because of the man, but because of my own fears of public speaking. But I was willing to put my fears aside because of what Mike sees in me. But there is one other reason. When I recently asked him why he wanted to run for office, he said, "I've been through a lot of things, and in spite of those situations, I was able to overcome them and make something of my life. I want to inspire my kids and others to show them that regardless of your personal situations and circumstances, you can become someone, and I'm proof of that." He wants to encourage our youth to be better. He wants to build up our communities. He wants to be a role model to our families. And at that very moment, I knew that he was sincere. So how could I say no to introducing such a wonderful man? So please stand and give a warm welcome to my cousin, my friend, my brother, a person that inspires me and everyone around him to be great and follow their dreams, a family man, a community advocate, Michael Glanton Jr.
Thank you, Tasha, for that awesome introduction. I love you, and I appreciate everything you do. First, I would like to start by thanking God, who is the head of my life. I want to thank my parents, my friends and supporters that are here with me tonight, online and here at Milk and Honey, a minority-owned business in a black community in the district. Thank you, Dion. Thank you, Mr. Mike. Thank you for your staff for providing this beautiful venue and this delicious food on this special occasion. I know this is a Thursday night, so I'm going to get straight to it. My name is Mike Glanton Jr. I am running to represent you in the Georgia State Senate, District 35, to be part of the solution. We have seen some good things happen in the district over the years, but now it is time that our current and future concerns are being addressed. Not just for us, but for our children, and our children's children. That is why, when elected, I will support legislation like updating the education curriculum. All students in Georgia deserve the opportunity to receive a quality education that reflects the jobs of today and the future. Our children and future leaders need the relevant tools to compete in a global marketplace. I plan to work with school districts and community organizations to ensure that the children of District 35 and the state are not left behind. I will support legislation that includes mandatory reading for all elementary school students. I also envision parent classes in our district that equip the parents with tools they need to raise healthy children and the resources to continue to pursue the careers that strengthen our workforce. And the young adults on parole trying to find a way to support their families, I will support legislation that partners with labor unions, master craftsmen, and women to help teach blue-collar trades in our district. Once you have served your time, you deserve every right to support your family without that stigmatization over your head. I would also support legislation like strengthening the district's infrastructure with Wi-Fi, green technologies, alternative fuels. The community needs these things in order for our district to attract Fortune 500 companies to come to our district. I plan to write, sponsor, and pass legislation that supports those initiatives. I also plan to work with local officials to update our zoning laws and encourage a diversity of investments to put District 35 in a more progressive position to grow, while raising our community profile globally, especially with the world's busiest airport in our backyard. And of course, our continued support for Airtropolis. I would also support things like the expansion of public transportation. Our district is in need of public transportation. There are too many cars on the road at the same time. Women and children walking on the side of the road, people that can't get to work because they don't have the transportation. That's why I would support light rail development, carpooling incentives to help citizens of Georgia spend more time at home and not on the highway. With these transportation options, we would attract businesses to our area and give our citizens opportunities to search for employment, save money on gas, reduce wear and tear on our cars, and possibly decrease potential road rage.
Amen.
I would also work on things like internet security. Cybersecurity is very important in this day of age. Think about it. Most of our information is on a computer. Everything from our financial papers to our medical records. I plan to focus on cybersecurity bills that protect District 35 and all of Georgia's private information from being exposed on the internet. I would also support Medicaid expansion to ensure all areas in Georgia are receiving quality health care services at an affordable price.
Yes, yes.
Something that's near and dear to me, not only just for my daughters. I want to make sure each and every woman in the state of Georgia receives equal opportunities to make equal pay as their male counterparts.
Yes, yes.
I believe these are strong components of economic development and ways we can be proactive in positioning ourselves to grow. You know, I'm often asked, why do I want to represent District 35? Well, I'm reminded when I meet people like Mr. Oman, a single father, police officer from Douglasville, who not only dreams of making the world better for him and his daughter, but for the whole youth of all the youth in the whole district. I am reminded why I do this, what motivates me. This is not about me. This is about the districts of the citizens of the District 35 in the state of Georgia. What I realize is we all have one common goal, is that we want to make our community better for the future. That is why I would support legislation that gives the resources to entrepreneur incubators, mentoring programs, to our homeless youth, that teaches them the life skills that they may not receive at home that they need to be productive and successful adults.
Yes.
Programs like Fulton County Sheriff Junior Deputy Program. We all make mistakes.
Yes.
That does not mean we are bad people.
Amen.
I also would support legislation that addresses mental health issues with a holistic approach instead of drugs or jail.
Yes.
Let's give our citizens the resources they need to cope with day-to-day living,
Yes.
like meditation classes, professional counseling, training in IT, network security, and media production. In the words of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., the ultimate measure of a person is not where they stand in the time of comfort and convenience, but where they stand in the time of challenge and controversy.
Amen.
We have a challenging but not an impossible road ahead of us in District 35. But I believe we're at our best when we work together. You know, like a constituent told me the other day, it's not about Democrats, it's not about Republicans. It's about moving Georgia together, moving Georgia forward together. If you believe in my vision for District 35 in the state of Georgia, please get involved. Knock on some doors, tell somebody, make some phone calls, donate money, but most importantly, vote.
Yes.
Let our numbers at the polls reflect our passion and ensure that we receive the resources and change we need in our state and our district. I am Mike Glanton Jr., and I'm humbly asking for your vote as I continue my journey to serve our community and become the next Georgia State Senator from District 35. If you want to get involved, please visit my website at www.mikeglantonjr.com. Thank you in advance for your time. Thank you in advance for your support. God bless you. God bless District 35. And God bless the great state of Georgia. Good night.